All right, this is the welcome home to the new stablemate. We just got in about an hour and a half ride from North Bend, Washington, back home here to Kitsap. And this is our 1982 Kawasaki GPz750. It's the KZ750R1, manufactured for 1 year in 82. And kind of a barn find here. I know that phrase gets overused, but this bike has had a single owner at least back to 1996. And I think, and I'm going to get to verify, I think that single owner actually did have the bike since it was new. And I'm gonna verify that here shortly, hopefully. But extremely well cared for. All stock machine. There is not a stock part or piece or accessory missing, and there's not a single aftermarket item or accessory that's been added. It's a bone stock original 1982 GPz. And you know, I rode a GPz in the 80s, so these are sentimental to me. And I am a super happy guy to basically have my old bike back. And I gotta say that for 40 years old, she just took an hour-and-a-half trip, speeds of 65 to 85 on the interstate. And the only issue we had is the speedometer gear failed. About 3/4 of the way home, you could hear that speedometer gear just screaming, and she eventually gave up the ghost. And so now our speedometer reads 0, but we'll get that fixed. We have the technology. I was prepared for the worst. This thing's been sitting most of the last 11 or 12 years, and I was ready for tow trucks and gosh knows what else. So I've thrown some cardboard down just to track whatever leaks we do have. I'm mentally prepared to tear this bike down to the last bolt and do a complete rebuild if it's needed. But I tell you what, horsepower feels strong, acceleration is right all the way through the band. She feels nice and tight out on the road. Clock shows 17,000 original miles. You know, we'll bust open that valve cover for sure and get in there and check and adjust the valves. But riding the way she rides, driving the way she drives, if she really doesn't leak any fluids here after this test, and if she looks good on a bore scope and good on a compression test, not gonna tear this engine apart if we don't need to. Won't put her through the trauma if she's good to go. All right, I'm stoked. I've missed my GPz ever since the 80s. One of the very few vehicles in life that I ever traded or sold that I looked back and regretted it. And pretty happy right now.